All right, 8 minutes after the hour happening today, a judge will hold a hearing on the evidence surrounding the CBP-involved shooting in Minnesota.
It comes as tensions continue to rise in that state. Protesters were seen overnight. They were trying to violently break into that hotel because they think that ICE agents are staying there.
Matt Finn is back live in Minneapolis with the details. Matt.
Yeah, and Griff, this has been going on for weeks where these agitators target hotels where they think immigration agents are staying. I actually did a ride along with a Border Patrol agent, and he told us point blank that they experienced this. The agitators show up. They make as much noise as possible, trying to prevent immigration agents from getting any sleep or rest. And this latest riot happened last night at a Minneapolis Hilton. Protesters banged on trash cans. They slammed snow shovels, blew whistles, and tried to force their way in. Minnesota State Police say officers surrounded the hotel, and when things turned violent, federal agents arrived and used tear gas. Now, one federal agent was seen bloodied. 2 people were reportedly taken into custody. This violent demonstration comes after various angles of video are emerging, appearing to show the shooting death of Alex Preddy on Saturday.
The people, the is wrong with you? Honestly.
A federal judge has ruled the Trump administration cannot destroy any evidence from its investigation into Preddy's shooting death on Saturday. There's a hearing today where the Trump-appointed judge may extend the temporary restraining order. Here is Minnesota's Attorney General Keith Ellison.
It is in the DNA of American history that the federal government cannot trample over the prerogatives of the state. And that is exactly what is happening here, and that is exactly why we're going to court.
And yesterday, the governor of this state compared what is going on here to the Holocaust and Anne Frank, and said a book will be written about it. Back to you guys in New York.
Matt Finn, live for us in Minneapolis. Matt, thank you.
So I get the sense that the president, if you look at his comments in the Wall Street Journal, I think he wants to take a look at this thing. He's going to look at the video. I get the sense he wants to de-escalate. You know, I would hope that maybe a fresh set of eyes, Tom Homan going in there, taking control of this, letting some of the 3,000 move on to other cities that definitely need ICE and Border Patrol to patrol. I mean, we have between 9 and 11 million came in during the Biden years. There's a lot more criminals out there. So maybe the best thing is, as the New York Post writes in their lead editorial, they wrote time to de-escalate, Don. Even if you're right, the bottom line is these images are not the ones that are going to help you keep the majorities.
Yeah, the problem is you have a sanctuary state, and they're not allowing ICE to come in and arrest the bad, illegal criminals. Yes, they're not allowing them into the prisons, or even they don't want them in the neighborhoods. And then you have these protesters. We're saying, why don't they secretively go to these houses and get the bad guys out? But what happens is the protesters are trolling the ICE agents. They put it on social media. You said they have Signal where they're able to determine where ICE agents are.
And Alex Preet was part of that.
Right. And so that's how you're not able to avoid the protesters. So it's just everything is escalating because you have 2 opinions on both sides. But maybe the president will finally say, fine, you want us out, we'll get out, because he said in this interview with the Wall Street Journal, at some point we will leave. They've done a phenomenal job. We will leave a different group of people there for the financial fraud.
That's right. And, you know, it's important to point out, Ainsley, that these are not just protesters, they're agitators, because they're not just standing there holding signs and filming on the sidewalk. They're impeding, instructing, and in many cases assaulting the agents.
I think it's great that mayor and governor keep saying, look at the video, we see the video. Look at the video of your so-called peaceful protesters. What about that video? You'd have a little bit more credibility if you said that some of the people that you put out on the streets are crossing the line. That would also help to de-escalate things instead of making extreme statements every single day, multiple times a day.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.